Hello Tic Tac and welcome back to a new video. Today we're going to be talking about the 2002 live action Scooby-Doo movie. One of my personal favorites. I think it's a classic and we're going to see how it holds up in today's standards in 2025. Now I know the title is going to say 2026. Just give it to me. I'm trying to stay relevant here. Come on now. So this movie starts out with the classic Daphne getting captured by the ghost. Basically, an enjoyable scene. It has a lot of funny stuff. It's got Scooby-Doo and Shaggy hiding in a barrel. Then Scooby's trying to tell him, "There's a monster behind you. Like you need, you need to look." Honestly, I just think this is a great movie. Then the scene ends after they capture the ghost. Um, the crew or the gang, they get a little mishap. Fred takes all the credit. Velma feels uncredited. Daphne is ashamed that she's always the damsel in distress. I think it's a very creative way of starting out an original idea of an already preset uh, show. Like all the cartoons, it's always been the same rundown every episode. And I think it's a fun, unique twist on what the show already was. Now, I'm not here to give an explanation of how the movie ran down and what happened in chronological order. I'm here to let you know, does the movie still stand up to today? And some of my favorite parts about the movie and what I think. So, giving the creative, just unique aspect on the Scooby-Doo gang, how they all end up getting split up. They leave the crew, they all quit. Maybe it leaves Shaggy and Scooby sad in the mystery van. They leave, so they get invited to go to the spooky island. It's got Mr. Bean, it's got like so many different people. It's got the guy from 13 Ghosts, it's got Buffy the Vampire Slayer, it's got a star-studded cast. No way this movie could fail in any shape or form or fashion. I think all the characters in this show, Daphne, Fred, Scooby-Doo, Shaggy, Velma, their characters are perfect. They picked the perfect cast. I think nothing could go wrong with this show or this movie. This movie was one of my favorite movies as a kid, and I just rewatched it, and it's still one of my favorite movies now. When people ask me, what's your favorite movie? I say Scooby-Doo 1, 2, and Nemo. All the character designs are amazing. It has everything you can need in a movie. It's got comedy, it's got action, it's got humor. That's comedy, but it's got action. Oh my gosh. So this movie, to me, it has everything you could ever want in a movie. It's great to watch with family members, kids, or just watch it by yourself like I did, like a champ. And I would say like the action is amazing. The comedy is so funny. I just rewatched it now, and there's things that I missed before that I didn't get when I watched it the first time. I just think it's a very great movie. It's well directed. I mean, hats off to the director. He did a great job. It's very colorful. Uh, the animations, the CGI, of course, for 2002, a little rough, but I think it's honestly very well done. It doesn't even look that bad to me. Of course, I'm giving it a little leniency for coming out in 2002, but I mean, nowadays, the movies we see honestly can look worse than this movie right here. I mean, it builds up the characters. They have a lot of character development. That's what we need. And it's already easy to fall in love and care for these characters because we've watched them before when we were younger in the Scooby-Doo shows. And I think they just did something that they just don't really do today. They like movies nowadays, like they release like all of these live action movies of like cartoons we've seen. They just fuck it up. They twist it, they do all this stuff. And the twist in this one was unique because they have the crew splitting up and gaining new identities. And Daphne's like a badass. She's fighting, like she's able to handle herself. She's not the damsel in distress anymore. There's a scene where uh, Fred and Velma get caught, and Daphne's like, "I'm not the damsel in distress this time." It's just cool to see the characters have a different outlook. Um, I will say Scooby and Shaggy, they were like fuck, scary shit, we're not doing that anymore after the split. Fred, I still feel like it's just Fred. I don't know how you could change Fred. He's a character for sure. And Velma, I feel like she's similar in chance, but she feels more accredited where she says she's working in NASA. So the gang arrives at Spooky Island. They're all there. They start competing on who is going to solve the mystery, but somehow it just brings them together. And it's just a heartwarm felt movie. Like, the soundtrack is unbelievable. The acting is amazing. For a 2002 movie, I don't think it could get any better than that. Although, Scooby-Doo 2, y'all be ready for that one maybe. But that is honestly my personal favorite because it just has all the ghosts in it, which is kind of cool. And it gives like the viewer everything they want. It even brings in Scrappy, and somehow he becomes the antagonist. He's the villain of the whole thing. And if you haven't seen this movie, um, I'm not giving a spoiler alert. You should have already seen this movie. Me telling you this, that's your fault. But so eventually, they get to the island, and Mr. Bean is literally a robot dude walking around, and it's Scrappy trying to collect all the souls of everybody, and he needs an innocent soul to complete his thing, and so he can become the most powerful being because he feels like he was nothing, as shown in the scenes in earlier in the movie. And then I thought a fun thing was when they mentioned when Velma was talking about him, she said that he's not even a puppy. He just has a gland issue, which I thought was funny. So I'm just gonna give a little rundown of some of my favorite scenes. I feel like one of my favorite scenes is when they just arrived at Spooky Island, and Scooby-Doo gets a phone call. First off, there's a guy, and he's like, they're like, is there a Mr. Doo? Is there a Mr. Doo? And then some guy goes, Melvin Doo? Which I also think is funny because at the end, when Scrappy's like a big monster and like trying to collect Scooby's soul or whatever the fuck they're doing with that, he's like, Scooby-Doo, I'm gonna get you. And he's like, don't you mean Melvin Doo? And I just thought that was funny to me. I don't know. So Scooby-Doo gets the call. It's an homage to Scream, and so the call goes like this a little bit. It's like, do you like hamburgers? And Scooby-Doo's like, yeah, I like hamburgers. And he's like, all right, there's hamburgers. You just have to go all the way in the dark in the woods and get them. And he's like, okay. I just thought that was a really funny scene. Another favorite scene of mine is when they're on the airplane and they got Scooby-Doo dressed up as a grandma, and then he sees a cat. Fred just flicks him on the nose when he's like freaking out about the cat, and then Scooby just punches him right in the right in the face, knocks him out, and then like it cuts to the airplane outside, like the airplane, and all you hear is like, Grandma, don't eat the kitty. I just thought that was a really funny scene. This movie in general is just an homage to the adults that have watched Scooby-Doo when they were younger. I feel like it was people who enjoyed the shows when they were younger, and they made it for the audience that they were as they grew older like us. And I also rewatched it again, and I noticed one little thing where you can also see Mr. Bean. He's just sitting there like scratching himself like he's a dog, and that alludes the whole time that he was Scrappy. They even give humor with the monster characters. There's one scene where they're getting chased down the hallway. It's Daphne, Shaggy, Scooby-Doo, and Shaggy's love interest. They are running, Scooby-Doo's running them down with the little or like the case carrier thing, and they run out of the window, fall onto a little roof, and then fall down to the ground. Then you see the monsters going like, huh? 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 And then they jump down, and they just fall through the thing and like break their legs, and I just think that's funny. So just a general rundown of this movie. You've got Shaggy, Scooby-Doo trying to bring everyone together. You've got Daphne being a badass, doing all her shit. You've got Velma, she's figuring out things. She has a love interest too. keeps us engaged. You've got Shaggy, he's got a love interest. Then it shows Scooby-Doo trying to tell him that she's a monster, but and then there's a funny scene where Scooby-Doo's like, "Oh, you're whipped," and like I didn't even know that was a thing back in 2002. I guess it was, but at the time when I watched it, I just didn't realize that was in the movie or a scene. And just rewatching it, like you could rewatch this movie over and over again, find little different things every time. I just think it's a very great movie, well directed. There's little tidbits and like Easter eggs you can find every time you watch this movie. I just think it's held up over time, and I don't think there will ever be a better Scooby-Doo movie than this. So my final thoughts on this is I'm giving this movie a 9 out of 10. Wait, we'll drop it down. I'll give it a 8.1 out of 10. I think it's one of my favorite movies, or I know it's one of my favorite movies. And next time I'm going to be doing a review on Scooby-Doo number 2. I'll see how it holds up in the year 2025/2026. Peace out, everyone, and make sure to subscribe. If you didn't even like this or you didn't like how it is, that's okay. I'm coming out with other stuff. I'm going to do some more horror movie reviews. I'm actually going to a few haunted places this year. Got a few things coming up for y'all. I'm going to focus on this shit a little bit more. And also, let's get me to 50 subscribers so I can go live. I kind of want to do live Clash Royale, not to say that, but I'm trying to just do it all. I do like horror, do like scary stuff. That's why my channel is called Well I'm Scared. That's going to be most of the gist. But if I'm able to go live, I might, in my pastime, do some Clash Royale. And I'm pretty good. I'm at 10,000 trophies. 10,000 trophies right now. So I'm up there, and I'm about to go ranked. So